Friends, it's Sister Marla Clerks. I'm in a number of book clubs, and one of those we fondly call the Holy Book Club because we strive to read books that could be considered religious or spiritual in nature. The most recent one we read is a book called The Serviceberry and subtitled Abundance and Reciprocity in the Natural World. It's written by Robin Wall Kimmerer. And in there, she talks about the importance of a gift economy, not a capitalist economy, not a made only for profit economy, but a gift economy, where a definition of wealth is having enough to share, where the practice for dealing with having an abundance of things is to give it away, not to sell it, not to hoard it for ourselves, but to give it to someone in need. And the importance of realizing that the currency that we have in that is in the building of relationships and the building of communities, in the sharing with one another in our own neighborhoods. And it's a powerful way of looking at the world and moving away from the things that we have and moving away from how much I need for myself to that idea of the gift economy, where if I have enough, it's more important that I give away that which is more than what I need, that which is important to me, that I want to share the abundance of those things, not only that I have, but those experiences that I have as well. I think that's a powerful thing in looking at the scripture readings today. In that first reading, we see that Elisha has gone to the home of a woman of influence, and she realizes right away that he is a holy man of God. And she wants to spend more time with him whenever he comes to town. So they build a room, place for him to stay on the roof of their house. And each time he comes, he stays there. He doesn't pay for the room. She doesn't charge him for the room. She wants to be around him, recognizing how he is that holy person, wanting to be caught up in that holiness, to learn from that holiness. And the gift that he gives her in return is a gift of a son, that she who was barren is now going to have an heir. We also see that in the gospel reading today, where we're reminded that whoever loses their life finds it. In other words, whoever comes to realize that this life we have been given is not about us. We don't live our lives for our own comfort, for our own gathering of things and money and possessions and possibly fame or a strong reputation, but we're given this life to serve others, to recognize that holy presence in others, to build others up, to share so that others have what they need. And Jesus goes on to say that whoever receives one of the apostles or disciples receives Jesus himself. Whoever receives a prophet, whoever receives a righteous person, whoever gives simply a drink of water to one of the little ones is doing the same for Christ. That importance of realizing it's not about who we are, it's not about what we have, but it's about what we do, how we use what we have for the good of others, how we use our faith to make us firmer in our commitment to serve others, how we strive to have that gift economy, realizing that the important things in life are all relationships. They're not the stuff, they're not the reputation, they're not the things, but the relationships that we forge in our lives, the relationships that are based not on what we can get from another person, but what we can give another person, what we can share with them, how we can see God's presence in them, how we can allow that presence to improve our own lives, not necessarily expecting something in return, but only because we know that that is the way to make us better disciples, to make us better followers of Christ. So I encourage you to check out that book. Again, it's called The Serviceberry. It's based on that idea of the gift economy, that all we have is meant to be shared with others, and that all others have is then can be shared with us as well, so that we continue this cycle of making life better for others and allowing them to influence us for the better as well.